Welcome back, folks. Thanks for joining me. Today's reaction request is for Thank You Scientist featuring BLUECOATS, FXMLDR, which I'm reliably informed stands for Fox Mulder, X-Files. And it's a solar-powered live performance. This request comes in from one of my VIP patrons. If you'd like to secure a reaction request, consider supporting me on Patreon, and you can find the link for that in the description. So this is a band I've heard of, and I'm pretty sure I've heard possibly 2 or 3 songs a few years ago. My dad has a couple of their CDs, and I don't know very much about this band, and I actually can't even really remember what they sound like. But one night when I was up at my parents' house, he played me a couple of tracks, and I remember being good, but we blast through a lot of music in our family. So it's very possible that I've heard this song before, although I've definitely not heard this performance of it, and it's also possible I've never heard it before. But that's my disclaimer out of the way. For anybody who's new to the channel, I intentionally don't research anything prior to the video, so I can go in as blind as possible to give you my genuine thoughts without any sort of preconceived notion. So, let's do this. Man, that's tight. Oh yeah.
I think of us, we're counting all the rats we see between. I see you red then blue. Come on, bring it down, 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 down. So let's not discuss this. Got me out of here.
Oh yeah.
Looks like you finally made it. How I've anticipated your return to planet Earth. Life is the way you made it. There's no more contemplating.
Wow. I didn't realize how much I needed this. So obviously this is the kind of music that you're going to need multiple replays to get all the stuff that's going on. Very ornate arrangement, and yeah, loving the brass with this. Yeah, it's kind of reminding me a little bit of the band Chicago, which I'm not like massively familiar with, like, but I know their rock sound is sort of rooted for the most part, isn't it, in brass? And the brass stabs go really, really well with this. I'm also getting Frank Zappa vibes, you know, the modulations, the syncopation, but it also feels like it's being sort of possibly influenced by that sort of progressive kind of stuff, but brought into, like, dare I say, a Fall Out Boy kind of vibe. Certainly nowhere near as commercial or poppy sounding as like a Fall Out Boy. I actually love their older stuff. Really sick players, and really interesting chord changes and so on. It's probably the vocal in particular. It has that sort of upbeat American angsty kind of thing. These guys are all shit hot players. For a live performance, this is shit hot. And that brass introduction there, it kind of put me in the mind of, you know, one of those sort of cinematic openings in a film, like Universal or something. You get the big swell. It was really epic sounding. And then they cut to a dogland in the park. So there's obviously a lot of sense of humor and the way they're dressed and stuff like that. So love to see musicians that are, you know, quite obviously shit hot players, not taking themselves too seriously. Right, let's push on. This is really what I needed today. It's giving me a lift. There's some seriously tight shorts, man. Oh yeah. Feeling it? It's like, where do you go? There's so many things pulling me in different directions. That bass playing, like, part of me wants to just focus in on that, you know, sort of da 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 da. You know, it's sort of slow tremolando kind of thing he's doing, da 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 da. But you just, you know, you're captured then by the sort of the beauty of the vocals, and then the sort of clever counter melodies on the horns and different things like that. This is definitely one for me that's off camera. You know, whenever I'm editing the video, I know I'm going to be sitting smiling just listening to this again. And I don't recognize the song, you know, after saying what I did at the beginning. So I always have a wee bit of reticence when it comes to my dad recommending me music. I like to think I'm the young hip guy, you know, saying, check this out, check this out. But he was ahead of me on the game with this one. He'll probably see this and say, told you so. You need to listen to me more often. And at least in this case, he's right. Right, let's go on. Come on. Oh man, right, so this is no ordinary band whatsoever. Are these guys all like sort of Berkeley graduates or something? You know, fill me in below. Is this a mastermind creating all this music, or is this a sort of genuine band effort? How has this been created? Obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but they've outsourced. I actually haven't heard of BLUECOATS, whatever that is, and, you know, I'm guessing that's the guys in the background with the brass. But, you know, how does it come about, the collaboration, you know? You know, let me know in the comments below. Genuinely intrigued as to how this has all been put together. Ooh. We're only 3 minutes in. loves that upbeat, angsty thing. Hooky.
Life is the way you made it. There's no more contemplating. My pilot on the way home. Some God you never say. One by one.
This is amazing.
It's shining. And how much they love you. My pilot on the way home. Some God you never say. One by one, it's shining. And how much they love you. How much they love you.
Jesus. They're quite different from the band I'm going to mention, but the brass arrangements remind me of one of my favorite bands of all time. I'd be interested to know how many of you guys know of the band Dog Fashion Disco. You know, they're definitely rooted more into metal than this, but they have incredible brass arrangements in their music. So I'm getting Dog Fashion Disco vibes. Check that band out if you haven't heard of them. They're a superb band. Jesus. Oh man. Love this. This is the Frank Zappa stuff I was talking about. Everything in sync. Man, thank you for this request. It's amazing. Get away, guys.
Looks like you finally made it.
Oh, I love that minor
Looks
lift there.
like you finally made it. Looks like you finally made it. How I've anticipated your return to planet Earth.
Love that minor change.
Looks like you finally
Even that, you know, just where you think they're going to kick in, they do it on the syncopation. Diddle-diddle-diddle, bang. But do you realize that despite all of these sort of, what would you call it? Maybe false stops. I mean, they're stopping, but, you know, the beat is carrying on through there. So the point I'm trying to make is that the groove is ever present. No matter what they do with the syncopation and the stops and this and that, you can just feel like, I love the way they're keeping you guessing as to where it's going to go, but at the same time, they're not so random with everything that you kind of lose, you know, because some bands, I still enjoy that kind of music where I have to really think about it, but I find myself not moving as much because you're sort of, right, what's going to happen next? they've got a lovely blend of that where I feel like, yeah, I know they're going to just keep it going, but I love the wee stops. I just want to like keep listening.
Looks like you finally made it. How I've anticipated your return to planet Earth. Light years away, you made it. There's no more contemplating. Take me home. Take me home.
Beat's always there. Jesus. Come on.
Looks like you finally made it. How I've anticipated your return to planet Earth. Light years away, you made it. There's no more contemplating. Take me home. Take me home.
That's slower.
And as always, David, I rigged this up with him, so thank you to David for making this happen. And everybody involved, we really appreciate it. I think this video is going to come out early next year, so we're excited. And we'll
Def
let you
Leppard?
guys know, and
Why are they thanking Def Leppard?
thank you guys.
That was insane. That's being played backwards. Ah, dude. Love this. So fill me in a bit, guys. You know, I really enjoyed this. Obviously, there were some credits and stuff there at the end, which gives me the names of some of the guys involved. But yeah, how long's the band been about for? Guessing they're American. Yeah, any sort of... I'd be really surprised if there isn't sort of further musical education going on with these guys. They definitely sound like sort of like what you'd expect from like a Berkeley graduate or something. You know, it's all insanely high standard playing. Love the sort of jazz influence and stuff in there. Actually, they're just sort of hitting on all the different things that I love and just putting them all into like a big pot, blend them up. Superb. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe for future content, and have a look through the rest of my videos. You'll see some more reactions, some original music, piano covers and stuff in there. I'll see you again next time. Thank you to all you guys that have been donating through the Buy Me a Coffee link, and also been buying my music, you know, purchasing from Bandcamp. You know, that's amazing. Thank you very much. That is what supports this channel, because all of these reactions are all copyright, so I don't earn anything from this, you know, and yeah, you're getting adverts and all that, but that's all being collected by the managers and all the rest of that. So if you do enjoy what I'm doing, and you want to help support me, Bandcamp's your best bet. Go to Bandcamp, because you can buy that for the same price of the coffee, and you're getting all my music, you know. So thank you very much to everybody that is helping support the channel.